My goodness. So the DC project for HIT construction and Urby, I've always talked about it like this, putting a working ecosystem in the middle of a high-rise condominium building. First floor is retail restaurants, but we're putting this ecosystem in the middle of a concrete jungle of our nation's capital. We'll have a working ecosystem there that mimics nature, that has rock, gravel, aquatic plants, a wetland filter that you see out in the bay somewhere that is going to be cleaning that water, and you'll have large koi swimming around for the residents to see. This is amazing. This is a kind of a crazy story. So another pond contractor out in Michigan wrote a blog on wetland filters. They searched, probably from up in New Jersey somewhere, about a wetland filter or something about a wetland filter that could help them in the DC area. They found this guy in Michigan, lo and behold, and got excited because he's like, oh my goodness, this is probably a $500,000 job. This will be the biggest job ever. And came back down to reality and said, nah, this is not for us. Contacted us. And truth be known, I have to give credit to the girls in the office, Kim and Net and Brittany. They took off and ran with it. Our contract is 2 to 3 pages. If it's a big contract, it's 3 pages. This particular job ended up being a 67-page contract for the whole project. Of course, it started with a conversation, them vetting us, saying, hey, can we really do the job? We're a small company, 14 of us strong. We're working for a company that has thousands and thousands of employees in the construction world. So that first phase was the phone call, then a site visit. We normally work in people's backyards. You see grass, you see trees. I get down there, I see nothing but parking lot, cars, and cranes. Then I walk inside there and I see there's nothing but concrete walls. And of course, then they tell me, by the way, this is on top of a parking garage. I'm like, and this may be a showstopper because we're going to put lots of big boulders on here, lots of water. This is going to have a lot of weight on top of there. And then we started talking with engineers saying, okay, we have to find a better way, and a different way, should I say. Not a better way, but a different way. And that was it, going in and redesigning what some architect sitting up in his office thought, and with good intention, thought this would be the best design for this water feature. We started kind of brainstorming, saying, what can we do? Because what we do in the aquascape system and have for over 25 years, talk about we want it to look like nature itself, and that it dropped out of the sky, and here it is. And all of a sudden we figured out, hey, we're not going to be able to use boulders, but we also want to camouflage everything mechanical. We want to camouflage the liner, the underlayment, anything that's there. We want this to look somewhat natural or formal. Sounds crazy, but it's kind of where the wetland filter looks natural, but then it meets the more contemporary on the other side of the pond. So we kind of brainstormed, we came up, thought about fake rocks. I didn't like that idea, and truth be known, it didn't match with the architecture of the building. So we ended up using flagstone. It's not quite as big and bulky. Had to hand carry everything in there. Used flagstone on the